There's Genie, Genie Plus, and Lightning Lane. All different, but kind of the same. Well, or who can tell? We're going to sort it all out next on Fresh Baked. Remember Fast Pass? Simpler times, right? Then there was Max Pass, and that caused a bit of confusion on its own, but still, for the most part, pretty straightforward. Same as Fast Pass, just on your phone. Now there's Genie, and then Genie Plus, and Lightning Lane. What's the difference? Let's find out. And in the process, we're also going to try to display some of the anger and resentment we're hearing around the whole thing, as some of it is a little bit misdirected. But I did say some, not all of it, some. We'll start with Genie. Genie is free. Genie is not Fast Pass or Lightning Lane. Genie Plus is Lightning Lane, aka Fast Pass. Genie is the tip board and the My Day features. The tip board is a list of all the attractions and dining, and as you scroll through the list, you'll see standby wait times, or when you can make a mobile order, and an opportunity to book a Lightning Lane via Genie Plus for those rides that have it. But we're going to get to that in a bit. Click on any attraction in Genie, and you'll see its familiar description as we've always seen it, as it's always appeared in the traditional Disneyland app. But you'll also see a new feature, the forecasted wait. It's a bar graph showing when an attraction historically hits its highest and lowest wait times. Oddly, it doesn't show you the actual wait time, just the bars. I'll keep this short. Don't bother with this. It is useless. Not at all helpful. The graphs give very little insight. But getting back to the tip board, the actual scrollable list is probably the one really useful feature of Genie. Again, we're not talking about Genie Plus or Lightning Lane. We're just talking about Genie. Anyway, that scrollable list is an improvement on the Disneyland app as it combines both the wait times for a given attraction and the option to book a Lightning Lane. And by the way, putting mobile order in the same app right next to each other is also a huge improvement. This view is very useful because it gives us a chance to compare the wait time for standby versus the return time for Lightning Lane. This helps you make an informed decision about whether or not to book it. For example, if the Lightning Lane return time is in 30 minutes, but the standby wait time is just 15 minutes, then there's really no reason to use Lightning Lane here, at least not at this point. Might as well just go ahead and do standby because you're not really saving much time. And you could save more time later if you ride it again later. Again, let's set aside Lightning Lane for the moment and continue looking at Genie. Free Genie. Let's look next at My Day. Short version is that it's awful and a complete waste of time, just like the bar graphs. Not at all useful. Please do feel free to skip to the next section if that is enough for you. If not, here's a little bit of why it's awful. Its purpose is to help you plan your day, to create your best Disney day. Tell Genie what you prefer, and Genie will make personalized recommendations. Great premise, but the reality is that Genie will literally do the opposite of what would generally be considered the correct thing to do. Genie's propensity for bad advice already in its short 2-week time is well documented. We were sent to Mr. Toad's at Rope Drop. Others to the bakery tour in DCA of all places at Rope Drop. Now, some have commented that of course you shouldn't be letting Disney plan your day. Not entirely anyway, and of course they're right. But the thing is Disney's really proud of this feature, and they lead with this in their promotional video. They really do want, or think we want, Genie to do this for us. Disney is selling Genie, free Genie, as an achievement in technology that will change the way we visit the parks. It's pretty comical. Yeah, no. Yeah, once an hour. It doesn't even know if you've just been on one of the rides in your itinerary. You have to remove them yourself or wait for that hourly refresh. But at the risk of really going off, let's move on to what Genie Plus is. To put it plainly, Genie Plus is Max Pass, with a couple of exceptions. Max Pass was for all Fast Pass attractions. Everything. Genie Plus is for all Lightning Lane, aka Fast Pass, except for Rise of the Resistance, Radiator Springs Racers, and Web Slingers. It also only lets you use Lightning Lane once per attraction. There were no such limits with Max Pass or Old Fast Pass in the before times. By the way, what is Lightning Lane? Well, Lightning Lane is exactly Fast Pass. If you know what Fast Pass was, you know what Lightning Lane is. They simply changed the name. Nothing else about it was changed. Genie is the free service that gives you the tip board and the My Day feature. Lightning Lane is FastPass. Genie Plus is the ability to digitally reserve a Lightning Lane attraction, aka MaxPass. And that's pretty much as plain as we can make it. We're not fans of Genie. It's pretty much a gateway to Genie Plus. Genie Plus, though, is absolutely useful. Now, it's not for everyone, mind you. Some have no need for it. Guests who go often and aren't really trying to ride every single ride. I'm one of those. But it is useful for guests who don't visit often and who are trying to save some time. Genie Plus does make your day more efficient. Use it 5 or 6 times at 30 minutes a pop in terms of savings of time, and you've saved 2 or 3 hours at the end of the day. That's absolutely useful. Gives you more time to do more stuff, or it gets you out of the park quicker than you would have been originally. Now, I've seen many comments where it's being suggested that Genie Plus is just a money grab by Disney, and maybe it is, but in defense of Genie Plus, so is MaxPass. If you were okay then with MaxPass, you should be okay now with Genie Plus, with the exception, of course, of those 3 rides we mentioned earlier that are not included in Genie Plus and the limits of 1 use per ride. Rise of the Resistance, Radiator Springs Racers, and Web Slingers have to be paid for separately from Genie Plus, anywhere from $7 to $20 depending on demand, depending on the season, time of day, that sort of thing. Rise, for example, is typically at or near $20. Now that might seem like another cash grab on Disney's part, trying to hit both with the $20 for Genie Plus, then another $20 for Rise of the Resistance. But even that isn't not as bad as it sounds. That's because you don't have to buy Genie Plus to go on Rise or Radiator Springs. You can buy those Lightning Lane passes without also buying Genie Plus. You don't have to buy Genie Plus to ride Rise of the Resistance. If Rise is $7, and that's the only ride you want to jump the line on, then that's all you pay, $7. And then you do standby for the rest of the park. This is very useful for guests who are perfectly fine waiting in standby for Big Thunder and Space Mountain or the Matterhorn, but they don't want to wait 90 minutes for Rise of the Resistance. But if you want to jump the line on everything at Disneyland, including Rise, then yeah, that'll be $40 or more. Now, we've mentioned Lightning Lane a few times. Lightning Lane is FastPass. It's exactly FastPass. When you pay your $20 for Genie Plus, you're paying for the right to book a Lightning Lane for those attractions. For $20, you can book Lightning Lane reservations for Space Mountain, Star Tours, Buzz Lightyear, Autopia, Matterhorn, Small World, Roger Rabbit, Big Thunder, Haunted Mansion, Smuggler's Run, Splash Mountain, and Indiana Jones Adventure. Genie Plus also works at DCA for the same $20, one price for both. Those attractions include Soarin' Around the World, Grizzly River Run, Goofy Sky School, Mission Breakout, Incredicoaster, Monsters Inc., and Toy Story Midway Mania. You do not have to pay for each of these separately. These are all included. Every ride I just mentioned is included in the $20 price of Genie Plus. It's the attractions I didn't mention that are paid separately. Again, Rise of the Resistance, Radiator Springs Racers, and Web Slingers are not included in Genie Plus and must be paid for separately for each attraction. Now, these are also called Lightning Lane because Lightning Lane is FastPass, but they're not part of Genie Plus. Again, Lightning Lane is just another name for FastPass. The cost for these vary depending on demand, anywhere from $7 to $20, and it can run the entire spectrum. For example, when Genie Plus was first launched, Web Slingers was going for $7, but during the holiday season, it was as high as $18. Actually, as of this writing, if you wanted to get a Lightning Lane for every attraction in the park, for both parks, it would cost you $76 per day. That's $20 for Genie Plus, $20 for Rise, $18 for Radiator Springs, and $18 for Web Slingers. Actually, on second thought, let me correct myself, make that $58 or so, because you actually can't buy all 3 individual Lightning Lanes on the same day. You can buy only 2 of the 3. So if you bought Radiator Springs Racers and Web Slingers, you cannot buy Rise of the Resistance. You're locked out. Now that's today. I expect that after the new year, prices for at least Radiator Springs and Web Slingers will be a little different, a little lower. So let's summarize again. Genie is the free service. It includes the tip board and the My Day feature. You don't need to do anything other than download the Disneyland app to use these. It's included in the Disneyland app. Lightning Lane is FastPass. Same function exactly, just a different name. Genie Plus is not a separate app. You don't have to download it. It's just the ability within Genie to book a Lightning Lane for the attractions listed earlier, excluding Rise, Radiator Springs, and Web Slingers. Again, let me reiterate. You access Genie Plus through Genie. You don't have to, it's not two separate apps. Once you download and install the Disneyland app and you launch Genie and you see Haunted Mansion on the tip board, just clicking on that link right there is all you need to do to access Genie Plus. You pay your $20 and then you can start making FastPass reservations or Lightning Lane reservations. Getting back to the list. Rise, Radiator Springs, and Web Slingers. Those 3 Lightning Lane passes are paid for separately and can be paid for without also buying Genie Plus. You can buy just Rise of the Resistance. You do not have to buy Genie Plus in order to buy Rise of the Resistance. And hopefully that clears things up just a bit. Whether or not you should buy Genie Plus or the individual Lightning Lanes is entirely up to you. It's simply a matter of what kind of day you're trying to have at the park. If you're trying to ride a bunch of rides as quickly as possible, then definitely Genie Plus is for you. As long as you're okay with spending the money, you will save a ton of time using Genie Plus if that is something that you're interested in, if you're trying to do a lot of rides. If you're here just for one day and will not be back again for a while, Genie Plus is probably for you. If you come to the park often and visit casually, then you probably don't need to buy any of it. You can just do it at your leisure, in a casual way. There is plenty of fun to be had using standby only. As a matter of fact, we're going to be working on a video very soon helping those guests strategize the best way to do Disneyland without buying Genie Plus. But as for now, let us know your thoughts or questions in the comments below. And until next time, good luck out there in the parks, whether or not you're using Genie Plus. It's a beautiful place to be. Disneyland is amazing no matter what you're doing. And then follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked, on Twitter at FreshBakedDisney, that's fresh with no E, and on TikTok at FreshBakedDisney. And if you like our show and want to show your support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/freshbaked. Until next time, guys, thanks again for watching. We love you very much. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. And fresh baked.